Hey friends, Kristen here with a new episode of Free Spirit Beading. Let me make sure my settings are good. There we go. How is everyone doing? I'm still getting myself set up. I started to work on wire wrapping this piece and it just wasn't working. I tried it twice before going live, and that's what made me a little late because I was trying to make it happen, but it didn't happen. So I will change my idea on that and see what we plan to do instead. How's everyone's weekend? I had another art opening. I actually missed the opening that was on Thursday night, and I ended up going on Saturday instead, which was fun because it was an art show and there was a music event happening Friday and Saturday. So I got to check out some live music during the art opening on Saturday, which wouldn't have been happening on Friday. So I was excited about that. So many. I've been in 3 art exhibits since, I don't know, when did it start? June, maybe? So that's been really fun. One of the benefits of being back in Arizona and being more in tune with some of galleries and people that I know and opportunities. So that's been really fun. Okay, let me figure out which back camera I'm using. Front. I think it's that one. That doesn't do my thingamajig. Okay. Come on, StreamYard. All right, I got everything set up except it's not letting me enter the room. So what is going on? Okay. Go back. Do. All right, well, it's got me all. In the beginning again. All right, brought it in. Okay, sorry about that. Just one of those days. My project wasn't working. I wasn't set up. My hand cam wasn't connecting, right? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. So big thing that happened this weekend was the epic bead shopping network that happened on Friday. So if you missed that, you can go shop through the end of today. And also you can still enter the giveaway because everyone's live streams should be open for the rest of today. So you got to go gather them up and enter them over at beadshoppingnetwork.com. I know, Liz. It's like I was like, okay, we'll get it together. We'll get it working. And it was like, nope, that's not working. Nope, that's not working. I went to go turn my light on because I was running late, and I was like, oh, I'll just turn the light on. It wasn't plugged in. So yeah, it's just been. It's like, okay, not doing it for me this morning. So yeah, so Bead Shopping Network, live sales back to back all day on Friday, and you can shop our as well as everybody else. I think it's open through the end of tonight. You can still gather those giveaway words, gather your secret words, put them in at the giveaway form at beadshoppingnetwork.com and enter to win $125. Basically $25 per shop, so you can go and shop with us. We usually pick a winner closer to the next deadline. So just be aware of that. You're going to enter now, but you're not actually going to hear who the winner is until our next event. And then we'll email the winner and they can go shopping as they get ready for the next event, which will be, I think, December. I'm not sure of the dates, but it's our holiday one. So it's either, I think it's December. Will be the next Bead Shopping Network date. We also have a gemstone sale happening. That is happening over at softflexcompany.com. I'm going to go pull that up. Hopefully that's in here. Yeah, no, it's not. Oh, well. So that is up to 45% off. In our beads gemstone category, use the coupon code gemstones. That will give you 25% off. And if something is ready on sale or on closeout, you'll get that extra 25% off, right? 25% off. And that can get you up to 45%, everything in our gemstones category. I'm going to be playing with some coral beads today that we loaded up pretty recently. So I'm going to be there's nuggets and there's rounds. Those are both in the gemstone sale. I also have some check glass. I have some really sweet little sand dollar buttons that I'm thinking of using kind of as a focal. We'll see how this goes. See if anything is going to work out for me today. And then I've got one of these fossil squares that you can also find at softflexcompany.com, and those are also on sale. Yeah, I didn't even pull out my beading wire, so I gotta see what color beading wire we're going to use today. Yeah, Sherry, I think now would probably be considered your getting a head start, the sale that's happening this weekend. That would be, because we do them a few times a year. This is probably your this weekend would be your show for getting ahead of it. And then the next one is more, I don't know, shopping for yourself or maybe doing some last minute stuff. I don't remember when we did it last year, but I feel like it was like the first week of December, which we do usually do it like the 5th or the 6th. So I would probably say early December, like the first weekend of December is likely when the next one will be. All right. I know the fossil coral is really pretty. I'm excited to use it. I've had it in my stash for a while, looking for the right time. And I think it's perfect with what I've got going on. All right, let's go down to the beading table. I probably need to figure out how to get this a little closer if I can. It might be the camera I chose. Let me see if I can change it. That's where it was getting messed up before. No, I have it on the one that I would choose. So December 6th, 7th, that makes sense. Yes, as my brain was kicking in and starting to work, December 6th sounds like that's when it will be. So I've got some fossil coral, and we have this in a few different shapes. We've got square, rectangle, coin, and I feel like there's 4. What's the 4th one? Oval? I think the coin is the most likely to sell out. It's like one strand left. I think these squares might have about 5. They're all pretty low, so they all have like between 1 and 5 or 6 strands. And this is the square shape, which this side is really fun. Then you've got this side, which is a little more muted. I think this will be my front. I was trying to wrap it so that it could be a diamond. That's what I was trying to do before the video, is trying to get a wrapping going on so that I could have it be a diamond shape, but it just wasn't working out. It just wasn't doing it. So instead, I think I'm going to go back to a square, and that'll be my focal. And then I've got these coral round beads, which are really lovely. It's very, very soft, like peachy pink color. These coral nuggets, which this has some like white, or not really white, but kind of creamy banding in there. Really pretty. And then this is one of those check glass beads that we introduced not too long ago. But I thought it was really pretty with this combination. It's kind of got very transparent, got a little bit of like that creamy yellow going for it. Almost looks champagne-y, but then like, I don't know, has a little bit of yellow in there. And then I pulled out these sand dollar buttons, and we've got them in silver, copper, and antique brass. And I'm thinking of putting the button like at the top, I don't know, to make it like a little veil. Have it go through that. Because I wanted the button to be in the front. I know, I'm bummed too. I need more time maybe to play with it. I feel like it was like close, but I was trying to go really fast and it just wasn't working. I watched a video first of someone doing a square one, and then I was trying to adapt it to the triangle, to the diamond shape, I mean, and it just wasn't quite working. So I pulled those sand dollars out, and then I also pulled out the ellipse toggle clasps because I figured if these were in the front, maybe these would be in the back. But you could also use these. I've used these as like a connector like that too, either that way or that way. It should be kind of fun. And then these are just from my stash. These are Miyuki Drops Crystal Sunset color. I've never used them. But they have like a copper, they're like a clear and copper color. And you know, I love a good monochromatic. I love a good monochromatic scene. So I was thinking if I went with the copper findings, that I could use these kind of copper beads. Oh, you have some beads picked out from a past kit where you got that square fossil piece. Yep. Saving it for when you figure it out. Good idea. That is a good idea. Okay, so let's see. What kind of wire should I use? I've got copper. I could use bone, which could be really pretty. Bone might be really pretty. And it would brighten this up a little bit. Or I could use the copper, kind of stay in line with the findings. I'm calling it my like last days of summer necklace. What do you think? I guess I could probably use champagne too, because that would be sort of the color in the middle. The champagne would be like softer than the copper, but warmer than the bone. I do like the idea of the bone like disappearing or like kind of making that kind of nice. Go wild, go bone, says Karen. I know. Do I have one that's already open? Yeah, it doesn't look like I do. Okay. Let's try bone. And for this guy, for my focal, I wonder if I should use some craft wire. Put a little coral at the bottom. And where did I put all that craft wire? I've got some antique copper, which would match. So this is 20 gauge. I'm going to cut a little bit of this. And let's see if it'll go through my coral beads. They took off running, didn't they? How pretty is that with the turquoise? Ooh, that's lovely. So you can either make yourself a little head pin, or I might just fold it up over my bead. Not to mention my hands are not like, see what's going on there? My hands are just not working properly today. So that's another reason why wire was just not. Now I want to go ahead and wrap that around. Let me find my pliers. I've got some super sweaty hands today, which doesn't make for good wire work. They're not that shaky, so that's good. Sometimes if I have too much coffee, they might get a little shaky. They're not really that, so that's good, but they're definitely being a little tricky. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put on my fossil coral, which just kind of makes it through this. And I can decide if I want that little swirl to be in the front or if I want it to be in the back. And then I just want to see what this button looks like. I don't know. I don't know why I like it, but I do. Some baby powder cornstarch next time for less slippage. All right, I will give that a try. It's a family trait. Does anyone else have sweaty hands? It's definitely a family trait and something that has been an issue for me my entire life. So my thought with this button was that I was going to like do the beading wire through it both and just let it be in the center. But now that I'm using craft wire, I'm like, what do I want to do? So I want to make a little loop. I remember when I always think of this memory it's when I get nervous too, and sometimes like trying to do something quickly and it's not working out, my nerves kind of kick in. And I remember when I graduated, I think it was elementary school, you got to go up and like shake the principal's hand. And I was so embarrassed because my hands were so shaky. Okay, so normally I'd like to do like a wrap that goes all the way around. Not sure how I'm going to do that in this situation. So I think what I'll do is I think I'll take a book out of Miss Kay Goss, where she goes around twice and makes like a double loop. I think I'll do that instead. Just so it's a little bit stronger. And then I feel okay. Sorry, I'm off screen. Then I feel okay cutting that off because I went around twice. You're either clammy or dry, huh? And either way, it's giving you trouble. It's just such one of those memories that just sort of like nobody said anything, but it was just such an embarrassing thing that I remember like I just always remember that. Okay, so there's my focal. So let's see what happens next. So now we're going to put some beading wire through the loops that I made. And maybe I'll just start with a couple of these little drops. They're going to fall kind of behind the button at first. You guys like it? Thanks. I was excited for it when I thought that the sand dollar would look cute on top of the coral. It kind of gives it a little, I don't know, gives it a little pizzazz. They're so pretty, those buttons. And you could do any kind of button, right? So it's kind of it's kind of an interesting idea to have a little button there. So I've got, what did I do, 3? I did 4 drops. Let's do one more. And then I'm going to go ahead with one of these round. Should I do both coral in this design, or should I just stick with the round coral? That's a question. I do adore these nuggets. I'm definitely going to use these, so I'll cut these open. I don't know if I should just keep the nuggets for something else, though. Look how pretty these are. Let's see what it looks like with that one first. That feels a little too chunky. I think adding the drops in between will open it up a little. These are cute. I don't feel like I've ever really seen these before. I think these were they're just like a little squat little drop. Maybe I'll do 3 in between. Ooh, Karen, you have lots and lots of vintage buttons. So fun. You should look at our YouTube channel and just put in button in the search and you'll probably get some fun ideas because we've done button rings, we've done button clasps. I know this might be my first button well, no, that's not true. Definitely have done some button focals in the past too. Both Sarah and I, and probably Joyce. Probably Joyce too. Oh, so you guys are thinking I should use both the nuggets and the rounds, huh? Maybe I will introduce the nuggets here. Cute. I love that irregular shape. Maybe I'll just do 1 between the nuggets. Change it up a little. And do like 3 nuggets. And then, yeah, I like that. And then I'll do 3 more and then I'll repeat this pattern here. I painted my nails black in honor of Wednesday. Is anyone watching the show Wednesday? Wednesday Addams. But I'm finding it hard to keep up with it because they keep flicking off. I will say though, that was my wire work beforehand. Wire work and nail polish they don't really like each other. Oh, Thomas, you shared some links. Thank you. Did you share some button links? Oh, you know what I didn't do yet? I didn't do our giveaway. So I got to set that up. I'll do that in a second. Sandy's having trouble with it. The second season's definitely darker. Definitely a little darker, the second season. Thanks. Kelly's asking for my art socials. You can find me on Instagram at Kristen Fagan. You can find me on YouTube at Kristen Fagan Art. And you can find me on Facebook, also Kristen Fagan Art. Is that all of them? Or you can go to my website, which is kristenfagan.com. And you can get links to all of that as well as my Etsy shop, which is Kristen Fagan Art. I've had that closed for years. I just recently kind of opened it back up again. and put some stuff. Since I came back, I had closed it. I closed it before we left for Hawaii. It's kind of been open and closed many times throughout the years, but it's open right now. Let's see how many I have left. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, just enough to do 3 on each side for these little nuggets. Look at how cute. That is looking pretty. I think the bone was a great choice to let these kind of sparkle a bit more. I know, I'm glad I put the nuggets in there. Iliaka says I'm loving the nuggets. I think I just love nuggety, organic, wonky shapes, and they make me happy. I know, they do look good here. I'm wearing a shirt with these colors on it too, and there's just little hints of green on it as well. But I didn't pull any green beads out for today. I was feeling monochromatic. But I do think these pretty, like a sea green or turquoise green would be very, very pretty. Plus coral is also good with red and stuff too. Like that could be neat. Jenny and Becky, you guys are so cute. Did you go to saying Nug Life? I like that. Did you guys go to the garage sale? Did you go to Jill and John's garage sale? Jenny and Becky? I was at Jill's warehouse earlier, a few weeks ago when she was first starting to plan it, and did some shopping from John for our live sales, which you guys got to see a bunch of those items on the Bead Shopping Network live sale we had on Friday that you can still shop today. $2 you did, Dana? You were just hanging out in the background for 2 years? Oh, Jenny says she posted a haul yesterday with your goodies from both her side and John's. Amazing. It's an immense amount of items in there, right? Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. Elianka says she saw your haul, Becky and Jenny. She is drooling. All right, let's see how far I want to make this. This could go either in a short style or a long style. I feel like it could go either way. So I'll cut myself enough wire to make that choice later. Was it a good time? I know it was the first time that Jill had ever opened up that warehouse up to the public, and that is a pretty big deal. I know she got quite a few people responding too, so hope all went well. I can't wait to go check it out. We all love a good bead haul, don't we? I got quite a few fun buttons that we put in the live sale, and they're pretty epically priced, I will say, for this live sale. I'm going to say, well, I think we have a little bit of an introductory price that Rosa did, because we put them up so quickly. We didn't really get to like chat too much about the pricing, and some of those items, especially the buttons, were really aggressively priced well, I guess we'll say that. There were some really cool ones. There's one from a couple of vintage ones, one from before 1940s, quite a few early 1990s, which is now considered vintage. And then there were some pre-World War II buttons. I think there's only a couple of that King Tut button left. I think I only saw like 2 or 3. And that one, the mold is gone. So it's not even something they'd ever be able to make again. So there's some really cool stuff. Liz bought some of the buttons. Yay! Definitely a good idea. I know. I'm sure quite a few of you, either if you shopped with Jill and John or you shopped the Bead Shopping Network, you definitely were blowing your budget because there were so many good things on sale. Debbie has seen John's stuff. I know, in Jill's live sales, he does have some of the best things. He has been doing it for a really long time, and I'm pretty sure it's like a family business, I think, right? So beads have just been around forever, and at this point, it's really fun to see some of those vintage items and stuff that is just no longer being made. And I know they're going to the Czech Republic soon, and I think Jill was even telling me that one of the Czech pearl warehouses or manufacturers, I guess, they've closed. So it's one that they usually tour. They've closed down. So it's like stuff is just, disappearing. You got to get it while you can. I think I picked up a couple of Czech pearls. I know I did some black Czech pearls, which were in the live sale. And then I have some other ones that I picked up for some kits because I did kit shopping while I was there too. So you'll see some fun stuff in our upcoming kits. Speaking of, I saw that Wicked is selling really well. We don't have that many left. I think we're 60% sold out of our Wicked mystery kit right now. So that's awesome. I'm glad you guys are excited about that one. I still haven't seen it. I haven't seen the play. I haven't seen the movie. Oh my gosh. I need to, right? So those of you that have seen it, I gotta see it. I think I could watch it on television now. I'm pretty sure that I can. Kelly, you haven't seen it yet either? I know we need Cynthia love Wicked. I know I've heard about the play for years, how good it is. And then I know that the movie did really well and people really love it. So I just haven't checked it out. We need a watch party, huh? I think it might still be on Netflix. I gotta go check it. I should do that after the video and go make sure it's in my to watch section. Dana says I have to watch it before the second part comes out. Oh, is there another part? Yay. Oh, Jenny has read the original book. She hasn't seen the play or the movie yet, but she's read the original book. Awesome. Yeah, I think I was at Barnes and Noble last weekend, and I did see the book out on kind of on display. My husband and I had to leave the house because, Ethan got used to being able to like have the house to himself and have a little dinner party with friends, and so he asked if we could skedaddle for a few hours so we could have a friend over. So we ended up going out to dinner and going to the bookstore, which was a lot of fun. I haven't been to the bookstore in a while. I love how those little drops just give like that fun metallic sparkle in there. Oh, is that picking up on the screen? So if you don't have anything like these, you can always use like some check glass that has that metallic finish on it, or some little metallic seed beads. That was my original idea, was I was going to grab some seed beads, but then I saw these and I thought they were too cute. I bet you Jill has Mikey drops in her stash. Let's take a look. So here's where my pattern is. Thank you. Ilyanka says those are not her colors, but she loves the necklace. I know. They're very soft colors. I can see it being really fun with I think that's why I like the copper in there. Kind of gives it a little richness. And then how far back am I going to go? Let's add another bead stopper so that I do not drop anything. I know the copper and the coral is super luscious. So I've got a little bit more I got to put on here. Let's do, I'm out of the nuggets, so let's just alternate between the rounds and the topaz. Oh, I still got to put I've got to put a giveaway up here. Let me do that too. Let's say fossil and give away one of those, your choice, because I know we only have a little bit left of you. So either square, rectangle, coin, or oval. It'll be winner's choice. I'm so glad you guys liked the pendant and that it turned out okay. At least that worked. Maybe, maybe I wasn't supposed to do the wire wrapping. It just wasn't meant to be. It might not have worked as nicely. All right, so after the nuggets, I've got 1, 2, 3 of the coral. So let's see what's going on this side. I've only got 1 over here. So let me add 2 more. Very elegant. That's what I was thinking. When you keep it, that's one way to make a very elegant necklace, is to stay in a monotone kind of family. Very harmonious family tends to be an easy way to keep a very elegant aesthetic. I always find if I would have added like the turquoise or something, it would have changed it to more of a, I think, more fun and maybe a little more lighthearted, whereas this might feel a little more serious. It's true. This is a good summer to fall necklace. That's a really good point. I think with the copper, it really kind of moves it into, it's like a transition. It's a transition necklace from summer to fall. We're in that in-between space. Ooh, it looks vintage. I like that. 3. Okay, ended with 3 little drops. So I'll do that on this side too. And then hopefully I can add my clasp. Hi, Rachel. Great to see you. Welcome, welcome. Oh, Jenny's been playing a lot with monochrome lately. It really does feel elegant. Yeah, you guys did. I don't know if it was you or Becky, but or maybe it was both of you. I feel like there was like a black, very elegant black design recently that you guys did. Ooh, ooh. Okay, let's see where my necklace falls now. Okay, I think we're good. I think I'm ready for my clasp. We are about, we're about 18 inches. And then the pendant is a little bit longer. So let's go ahead and add this beauty and grab some copper crimp tubes. So I've got 2 by 2 millimeter copper crimp tubes, Softlex Companies, and I'm gonna grab my magical crimping pliers. Go ahead and add on my crimp, and then I'll add on the 1/2 of the toggle, and then I will go back through that crimp tube, creating a little loop. You want it to be nice and small, but you don't want it to like be weird. You want to make sure that your toggle can move around. So I'm going to place that crimp tube right in the center notch of my crimping pliers. Give it a good squeeze. It's going to pinch all 4 corners like a little ravioli time, and then turn it 90 degrees, put it back in that notch again, give it another squeeze, and then I'm going to roll it in there a few times. And I end up with a nice oval crimp. And our copper crimps, I feel like, always crimp up really nicely. They're a little bit thicker than the silver and gold filled. So I always say if you're struggling with the crimping pliers, the magical crimping pliers, give the copper crimps a try, especially for practice, because they have a little bit different feel. And I think that they are a little easier, especially if you're learning. And then you could take what you've learned once you've gotten more comfortable with them to the silver and gold. And I think our friend Nile likes to put, like, you can't really get, you could just barely get 3 strands in the copper, but for the silver and gold, ooh, make sure you don't lose your toggle bar, your little toggle bar. You don't want to crimp that the wrong way. Make sure that's not stuck in your loop. He puts 3 strands in for the silver and the gold just to give it a little extra oomph in there. Which is sometimes helpful, especially in the beginning. Trim that off. And look at my summer to fall transitional necklace. I always feel like copper just adds that little touch of fall, doesn't it? Super fun. I think the focal ended up turning out exactly what it needed to be, and my little struggles with the wire wrapping ahead of time was just what it needed, I guess, to just let's see what it looks like on. And such a pretty clasp. I love these toggle clasps. And then we'll choose our winner. There we go. Yeah, I like it. So I went shorter, but you can easily take that design longer too. I just didn't want to string any more beads. So let's go pull up our giveaway. We've got 36 of you entered. Use that hashtag fossil to get your entry in now if you want to get it in before I choose our winner. Let's see. Thanks, Barbara. Thank you, Debbie. Thanks for all the love on it. It's nice when a design comes together, and I've had that fossil coral forever, but it just was waiting for those coral beads. Those are new. They're actually one of the newest beads in our gemstone section. So go grab them while you can. 25% off, and the nuggets are super cute. You don't get as many in the nuggets though, but it was nice to kind of sprinkle them in between. And then these, we still have quite a few left. We have 14 of the coral rounds left. So you could definitely make the necklace longer, or you can save these for something else. We have quite a few of the check glass beads left too. All right, here we go. Let's see who our winner is today. You must be here to win. So if you see your name or hear your name, be sure to let us know in the comments that you're here. Jan Mitchell, you are our winner today. Let us know if you're still here, and I think you are. I feel like I just saw you comment. Yay! Yay. I know. Oh yeah, Sarah was on Jewel School Television today, and if you go to our Facebook page, you can see the link. I didn't even know she was going to be on either. And it's always super early in the morning for us on the West Coast. So it wasn't something, so I didn't actually catch her live. I watched the replay, and I feel like I don't ever know ahead of time when that's happening. So I think Sarah shared it on the VIB group too. Ooh, that's a good idea. Dana says you can always add an extension chain, make it longer, and then use the rest for the bracelet and earrings. Yay, Jan. Congratulations. She's here. Please email us at info@softluxcompany.com. Let us know your shipping information, and then also let us know what fossil coral shape you'd like. You can go check them all out at softluxcompany.com. I used the square today, but we also have coin, oval, and rectangle. So just let us know which one you'd like, and we'll get that in the mail to you. So speaking of gemstones, we have a gemstone sale happening on our website over at softluxcompany.com. It is use coupon code gemstones, and you'll get 25% off everything in our bead gemstone category. And everything is on closeout or on sale. You will get that extra 25% off on top of that sale item. So some good deals to have. We have quite a few hundred beads on our website. Some really high-end stuff too. So I know that could be a little scary online, but we do have a really great return guarantee policy. Or if you want to take a look at something a little bit better, especially on one of those higher end gemstones, you can always send us a message at info@softluxcompany.com, and we can try and get you like a better photo of something, or because there's some really high end stuff online. And that 25% off is going to go a long way if you want to get something a little more extravagant. Do they treat you like a mushroom, Kristen? Who's treating me like a mushroom? I missed something. I haven't even gotten a chance to open up my wild mushroom kit yet. So I don't know, maybe we'll do something with this the next time. That sometimes happens where I skip a kit because something else came up. I think it's because I missed that Monday after an event. So I haven't even opened it up yet. I've been seeing a lot of fun things posted by all of you. I don't know if we have any left. I feel like we might have had one left, but it may have sold out. I know we sold out of the bead strand. And our next mystery kit, like I said earlier, is Wicked. So that's about 60% sold out right now. So if you want to grab that, there's 2 bead strands with that one. There's a pink one or a green one. Are you team pink? Are you team green? Are you team both? That's what it was, Dana. I was off on Labor Day because I would have worked with it that day. That's what it was. Yep. So hopefully I'll get to squeeze it in another day, get a chance to play with it. All right. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you all again next Monday. What do we have happening this week? We've got Sarah at 1 p.m. on Wednesday, but I'm not sure with who. And then we've got Customer Appreciation Week happening next week. Oh my gosh. Live sale ends today. You can still shop that through midnight. Customer Appreciation Week starts next week. Go check that out at softluxcompany.com and check out our Customer Appreciation Week page. That'll give you all of the details that you're going to need. I think I got to post that schedule up there. I'll post it up here real fast, and then I'll get it online probably later today. So we've got Monday kickoff with Sarah and I at 9 a.m. Pacific time, followed by Cassandra of Beads to Live By at 11 a.m. And then I will be here at my normal time at 1 p.m. Then on Tuesday, we've got Kay Goss with Stars Beads Bedoria at 9. the Bead Place with Abby at 11, and then Sarah will be on with Softlex at 1. Wednesday, we've got Jill Wiseman in the morning at 9. That may change, so stay tuned on that one. I know she's just had a lot going on with her bead garage sale, so we're waiting on that. We'll let you know if that changes. Danielle Wicks will be at 11 a.m. Sam's Bead Shop with Sam will be at 1. Thursday, we've got Design and Adorn with Rebecca at 9. Beadshop.com with Kate Richberg at 11. And then we're having a live bead sale with Sarah, Joyce, and Rosa at 1. And then we'll wrap it up on Friday, which will be Joyce at 9 a.m. and Silver Silk and More with Nile at 11 a.m. Then we'll have our after party at 1 p.m. So that all is happening next week. Oh my gosh, that creeped up on me. Set your calendar for 9 a.m. on Monday, and then again at 11, and then 1, all Pacific time. And we will see you for lots and lots of fun and beading tutorials, kits, good stuff, all next week. Looking forward to it. Yes, me too. Can't wait. All right. Bye, everybody. Big week ahead for sure. See you all next week. Bye.